What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Fans Hobby and the Chosen Prime TFCon LA 2023 exclusive Bossman. So this is their version of a Turbomaster boss, which was a character from, I believe, the Dreamwave and IDW comics, and I don't think we ever got him in a show. We did get a toy way back when, but there's only ever been really one toy as far as I know. So this is the first time we've gotten a version of this toy in a long time. Now, Fans Hobby makes some really cool stuff. So this is actually a retool of their Ace Hitter figure, which was actually, in my opinion, their best car figure they put out. I think it was just overall the best mold, the most fun, the best transformation, the best looking. So this is that figure. It is an RX-7 vehicle to begin with, but they give you some add-on parts here to make it look like the Turbomaster boss. But before I put the add-on parts on, I just want to show you, here's what it looks like without the parts. Here's the back. You can see they've added some pegs here for the glass. You got translucent here for the taillights, translucent pink for the glass all the way around. Nice gold and white stripe. Now if we take the spoiler here, that'll just plug in onto the glass here. And now that stripe kind of continues. It's got rubberish tires, rubbery plastic, silver for the rims, silver and black painted. Nice headlights here. You can actually open these up and you get those pink headlights, which is really cool. Orange markers, yellow lights here, and then pink for the grille. Now, he wouldn't be Turbomaster Boss without this. So this is the actual turbo. It comes with this little piece here. Now later I'll show you why they made this removable. But you just want to take that, stick that in there. And then this is going to fit right on top of here. It actually is really smart because it reuses the design. Basically it clicks onto here. So this is a new part. This is also a new part, but this is a new part just for this release, for this exclusive. I love that Fans Hobby is willing to go above and beyond for these exclusives and mold new parts. So that's really cool. It's not just a repaint. So there it is. That looks really nice. If you prefer, you can put a full-size missile in there. Me personally, I think it looks better with the shorter one in the vehicle mode. In the robot mode, we'll probably use the longer one, but these will attach here onto the spoiler. So there's a little tab slot right there, and that can plug in right here on the back of the spoiler. And of course you get two of those, so you can plug them both in. So it looks like that. And now we can recreate that original toy. I'll put the image there so you can take a look at it. Very, very cool. I love that they were able to do this. You can put the headlights down to get the look more accurate, but I just think it's so cool looking with those. You can actually open up the cockpit here, just like you could on Ace Hitter. And there's a steering wheel here. You can move that out of the way. And you can get him sitting in there. And here is the Headmaster, done in blue plastic and darker bluish purple, silver paint on the face, and then red for the visor, or the eyes, and then red here for the toes. And here's the back. We'll see the face in the robot mode. And just to show you, here it is next to another Headmaster from a previous exclusive. This is their God Delta figure. This was basically the same as a repaint, but this is slightly retooled for the face. So that's kind of cool. And we can get this guy sitting in here. So if you fold up his legs, get his arms forward like that, you can get him sitting in here. And then if you put the steering wheel down, he can really be pretending like he's driving. We'll close this up, and there he is riding around in the car. It does roll very nicely on those rubber tires. Overall, a nice looking vehicle. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the MP-10 Optimus Prime. And all these vehicles fit in perfectly with the Masterpiece scale. All of the previous Fans Hobby Junior Headmasters. So No issue here, looks great. Right, now let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. Go ahead and take this off. To get this off, you actually just pull down from the top. So pull from here, and then it'll unpeg from the bottom. This actually tolerances very nicely. And while we're at it, we can pull this smaller piece out. You get a third bullet there. You can put that in there. And that looks great. There is some nice silver paint in there, by the way. Silver paint up here. So just set that aside for now. Go ahead and open up the cockpit, and we're actually going to take this guy out. And he's going to transform as well. So put the arms down to the side. The legs are going to come to the back and fold up like that. And then we're going to take his helmet, which is separate. Now this can actually store inside of here. I forgot to show you that, but behind this windshield there's a little spot to store this helmet if you want to. That's the same as A's hitter, no changes there. So go ahead and take the helmet. That's going to just slide onto the head. And now you're ready. And I believe this is a new head sculpt. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is a brand new head sculpt. Very cool. Most likely designed by Get Right Robot, but I had to confirm that. So let's get this guy transformed. So we're going to unpeg the arms, and actually we can take these missiles off of here. Set those aside. We'll unpeg the doors from here. Same on this side. Unpeg the door and bring this down. We're going to take the legs. You can separate these. And these are the feet. Go ahead and open up or close this steering wheel down, and then you're going to fold these in. That kind of makes the whole dashboard. Come to the bottom, you can open up these panels here. And that'll allow you to take the leg and flip this around all the way, and the knee pad just will pop out like that. We're going to take this piece here. This is going to come upwards and accordion in. And so like that. Take the glass here, fold that in. And this whole piece is going to around. And then tab in here. You can actually get the rear view mirror through that little slot. And then tab this in. And then come to the bottom here, open up the foot, and then rotate the heel spur. Okay, so there's your legs. Now we'll move on to the upper body. So you're going to unpeg these from here and open this up. We're going to, and I'm doing a little bit of this from memory, so just excuse me, but close that down. That's going to sit down on his back. These are going to open up and come down to the side and then pull the arms out. They're on a slider. Come to the bottom, fold the hand up and out. Same on this side. They do have a slightly different transformation here on the back, so I'll show you that. But let's bring these panels downwards, and actually we have to open this up. This will come down and sit, and that basically makes up his back. And just going to sit like that. Close that back up. All right, so now this is where there's a little bit of deviation from the original, and I think you're going to take these panels. This is going to rotate up. Panels up here. Open these up. Those are just going to sit down on the shoulders. Go ahead and take your head. That's going to plug in right here. fold down this panel. And you can leave the spoiler here. I did take it off, but you can actually leave it on here. So for storage purposes, it can stay there permanently. And there we have Bossman in his really cool looking robot mode. You continue that gold and white motif here on the arms. Lots of little pink accents and details. There's quite a bit of paint on this. Silver, pink, yellow and white there. That same pink from before. Here's the back. Same as Ace Hitter basically, except now we have that spoiler there. Really good looking. Head sculpt does look nice. And I'll put an image there so you can kind of see the original. He's got painted red eyes and then silver for the face. All in all, a pretty good looking robot mode. Now, he has the same articulation as the original, but we'll go over it. The head is on the Headmaster head, which kind of moves in there, so you can go back to there, down to there. It will rotate all the way around. And you can get a little bit of side to side onto that. The shoulders rotate all the way around. And this is the look for him. You can actually change the look to make it look more like Ace Hitter, but this is the look for Bossman. Goes in and out on this joint here. Rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow, but it gets you well past 90 degrees up to there. Rotation at the wrist. Individually articulated fingers. The fingers are pinned together on 2 pins, and the thumb is separate on its own pin. Coming down to the waist, you have a rotation here. You have an ab crunch there, back and forth, and you get a side to side, so you get all the potential movements that you would want. You can move these backpack pieces out of the way if you want, but they do sit nicely on the back and they don't really bother anything. The legs can kick up to there, back to there, out to the side. These are all on friction on a ball joint. It seems like they've improved the tolerance on the ball joint. I remember Athena was a little loose. This one's pretty good. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. Gets you up to there. If you open up this panel, you can get a little bit further, but it's kind of a cheat. Get this back in here. You get a, can't remember if I mentioned, rotation around the universal. Ankle tilt. So this actually whole piece can come back down, but ankle tilt, pivot back and forth, and then heel and toe tilt. Now one thing I wanted to mention before I forget, these are individually numbered. So on the bottom of the foot, you'll see it says a number out of 600. So there's only 600 made. This one happens to be number 25 of MB-13B. So that's kind of a cool thing to have an exclusive that is truly exclusive and marked that way. Now, he wouldn't be much of a Turbomaster without the gun here. So you have a handle that'll fold down here. And like I mentioned earlier, you want to put the larger missile here. And then you can take the other two, and those will mount right here onto the side. And this is an option if you want to do it. You can actually leave these on the rear spoiler if you want to. But there's that look. You go ahead and open up the hand. And this pegs in just like the other weapons we've gotten in the past. All right, and there is Bossman with his weapon. That looks really good. I like how they did this. It is a little tough getting it in there, and that's why I had to cut away. I just need to figure out how to get it in there. It's a tough angle, but it does tab in. Looks nice and secure. And I like the fact that you can put the missiles on top there. And for a quick size comparison, there he is next to some of the other Fans Hobby exclusives from the Chosen Prime. Their Arson, their version of Pyro, and then their God Delta, their Delta Magnus. And it looks really cool. They are on a roll here with their exclusives. I just think these are all really cool, kind of fun, but yet cool characters that we don't get often. So there you go for comparison. So final recommendations on the Fans Hobby and Chosen Prime TFCon LA 2023 exclusive. Bossman. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I think this is a really cool reuse of the Ace Hitter mold. Now, what's cool about Fans Hobby is they're willing to do more than just change the color of the plastic, right? We've got a brand new weapon here, very appropriate for the character. It looks good and it works. It's integrated in both the vehicle and robot mode. The head sculpt is different. Now, they've been changing that. They did that for the Arson figure as well. They changed the head sculpt to make it unique for that character. They also did that for the God Delta. They added new weapons and a new head sculpt and new colors, and they really went above and beyond to make these guys unique. So that's what makes, for me, an exclusive special, right? It's got something that's just, you can't get it any other way. So I definitely recommend it. My one little gripe is the weapon was a little bit hard to get in the hand, but once you get it in there, it's fine. It's just a little bit tough because of the angle. But that's really it. It's a really cool figure. If you are at TFCon LA, you can pick this up at the Chosen Prime's booth. They will have some available afterwards on their website. I don't know how many. So if you can't make it to TFCon LA, then you could definitely pick it up. Thanks to Brandon and the guys over at Chosen Prime. Thanks to Get Right Robot for his work on the artwork and the coloring of this guy. It just came out phenomenal. I'm very impressed. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.